Listen up, you lot. We're about to embark on a culinary journey to Germany, a land of hearty flavors, rich history, and bloody brilliant food. Today, we're diving headfirst into the top 10 German dishes that'll make your taste buds sing. First up, we've got the mighty Bratwurst. Not just some pathetic flabby sausage, mind you. We're talking juicy, flavorful, and bursting with that unmistakable smoky aroma that screams Germany. Grilled to perfection, with a satisfying snap in every bite, it's the kind of sausage that would make any self-respecting butcher proud. We're going for authentic German bread, crusty on the outside and soft on the inside, a dollop of spicy mustard, a generous helping of tangy Sauerkraut, and you've got yourself a flavor combination that's an absolute symphony in your mouth. Whether you're wandering through a bustling German Christmas market or enjoying a casual lunch, a Bratwurst is a must-have. The Bratwurst, a true testament to German culinary ingenuity. Next up, we're tackling sauerkraut. And before you wrinkle your noses, let me tell you, this is not your grandma's bland, mushy cabbage. We're talking about fermented goodness with a vibrant tang that'll wake up your palate. This is serious stuff, people. A staple in German cuisine for centuries. Think of it as the unsung hero of countless dishes, adding a depth of flavor that's impossible to replicate. It's the perfect counterpoint to rich meats like pork and duck, cutting through the fattiness with its sharp acidity. And don't even get me started on how brilliantly it pairs with potatoes. We're talking creamy, buttery potatoes, perfectly cooked and tossed with tangy sauerkraut. So open your minds, forget your preconceived notions, and embrace the sauerkraut. Trust me, your taste buds will thank you for it. Now for something a little sweeter. Black Forest cake. A dessert so decadent, so indulgent, it's practically a sin. But trust me, this is one sin worth committing. Layers upon layers of rich chocolate sponge cake, soaked in cherry liqueur and topped with fluffy whipped cream. The key here is quality ingredients. None of that artificial rubbish. We're talking real dark chocolate with a bitterness that perfectly offsets the sweetness of the cherries. Speaking of cherries, we're using fresh, juicy ones, their tartness adding a welcome contrast to the creamy richness of the cake. Each bite is a symphony of textures and flavors, a dance of sweet and tart, of rich and airy. It's a classic for a reason, and one bite will have you understanding why Germany is known for its exceptional baking. Alright, let's talk pretzels. But we're not talking about those bland, mass-produced excuses you find in grocery stores. We're talking about proper German pretzels, with their golden brown crusts, sprinkled with coarse salt and a soft, chewy interior. These are the real deal, the kind you find in beer gardens all over Germany, served alongside a frosty mug of beer. The saltiness of the pretzel perfectly complements the bitterness of the beer, creating a flavor combination that's both satisfying and addictive. Dip them in mustard, enjoy them with a side of Oberster, a Bavarian cheese spread, or even use them to scoop up hearty soups and stews. So, next time you're looking for a snack that's both delicious and satisfying, ditch the chips and reach for a proper German pretzel. You won't regret it. Now, for a dish that'll warm you from the inside out. Gulasch. This isn't some watery, bland excuse for a stew. It's a rich, hearty, and deeply flavorful dish that's been perfected over generations. Tender chunks of beef, slow cooked until they melt in your mouth, swimming in a thick, savory gravy that's packed with paprika, caraway seeds, and other warming spices. Serve it with a side of fluffy dumplings or creamy mashed potatoes, perfect for soaking up every last drop of that delicious gravy. It's the kind of dish that's meant to be enjoyed with gusto, mopping up the sauce with crusty bread and savoring every last morsel. Gulasch is more than just a meal, it's an experience. So, gather your loved ones, get a pot simmering on the stove, and prepare to be transported to a world of culinary delight. Alright, you lot, get ready for Currywurst. This is German street food at its finest. Forget your fancy gourmet burgers and overpriced tacos. This is where the real flavor's at. Imagine this. A perfectly grilled sausage, sliced up and slathered in a tangy, slightly spicy curry ketchup. It's messy, it's bold, and it's absolutely delicious. The secret lies in that curry ketchup. Each bite is an explosion of flavor, the juicy sausage perfectly complementing the tangy, slightly spicy sauce. Whether you're grabbing a quick bite on the go or enjoying a casual meal with friends, Currywurst is a must-try. Now, let's talk about a side dish that deserves as much attention as the main event, Kartoffelsalat, or German potato salad. Forget those mayonnaise-laden, bland potato salads you're used to. This is a whole different ballgame. We're talking about perfectly cooked potatoes, still warm, tossed in a tangy vinaigrette dressing. The key here is the dressing. We're using a combination of vinegar, mustard, and onions, creating a sharp, tangy flavor that cuts through the richness of the potatoes. Some fresh herbs, like parsley or chives, add a welcome burst of freshness. It's also delicious on its own, a light and refreshing lunch or dinner option. So, next time you're looking for a side dish that's both flavorful and satisfying, ditch the boring old coleslaw and opt for Kartoffelsalat. Now, for something a little different. Quark. It's a fresh cheese, somewhere between yogurt and sour cream in texture, with a mild, slightly tangy flavor. And the best part? It's incredibly versatile. Use it in savory dishes like dips, spreads, and sauces, or incorporate it into your baking for a touch of moisture and tang. It's a true testament to the ingenuity of German cuisine, a simple ingredient with endless possibilities. Alright, let's be honest. Apfelstrudel is technically Austrian, but it's so damn delicious we're claiming it as our own. Imagine this: flaky, buttery pastry, stretched thin and layered with a sweet and tart apple filling, seasoned with cinnamon, raisins, and a hint of rum. Serve it warm, dusted with powdered sugar, and a dollop of vanilla ice cream or whipped cream on the side. It's the perfect balance of textures and flavors, a true celebration of indulgence. And finally, we come to the king of German comfort food, Schnitzel. This is a dish that's near and dear to the hearts of many, and for good reason. It's simple, it's satisfying, and it's absolutely delicious. We're talking about a thin cutlet of meat, usually veal or pork, pounded thin, coated in breadcrumbs, and pan-fried until golden brown and crispy. Serve it with a squeeze of lemon juice and a side of your favorite potato dish, like Kartoffelsalat or potato dumplings. Schnitzel is a blank canvas for creativity. Try different types of meat, experiment with different seasonings for the breadcrumbs, or serve it with a variety of sauces. Give it a try and discover why it's become a beloved classic around the world. Well, there you have it, you Muppets. A crash course in the best damn food Germany has to offer. Now stop making excuses and get cooking. And don't forget to tell me your favorites in the comments below. Until next time, guten Appetit!